Oh, child, that says teaspoons. And recipe would have been jacked up. Hold, please. Guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another vlog. I know my neighbors are tired of that. Anyway, guys, so we are going to get into Vlogmas Day 3. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh my gosh. I'm hyped because I'm starting early today, which means I'm gonna have more time to get everything done and edited. Ignore my shirt. I've already got flour on me. So if you couldn't tell, we're cooking today. But yeah, because I'm clumsy and it is what it is. So remember last night I was like, oh, I went to Target and I got all that stuff to make brownies. Well, today we are gonna be making those brownies. I wanted to do other things. I'm not gonna have time. So I'm gonna get right into it because I'm on a time limit today. So if you guys want the recipe, I can put it in the description box below. But I did go ahead and mix everything. So I am making brownies as well as frosting to go in the brownies from scratch. So I already mixed what I needed. So I have my brownie mix, my dry mix, minus the cocoa powder, which I have right here. And then like the sugar for the brownies. So because of the way I have to do it, I had to separate them. So I have that mix. I already have like most of the dry stuff mixed for the frosting as well. But I can put measurements and stuff in the description if you guys want it. But we're gonna get into it. Let me not put could y'all imagine messing around, put the wrong thing up in there? Now I'm looking stuff like Chuck. Okay, so 5 tablespoons of butter. So let's do that first. I think I'm supposed to melt the butter. I'm gonna turn this down so y'all ain't gotta hear it. All right, so I need my ramekin. I feel so fancy having a ramekin. I have 4 ramekins, but I feel super fancy having them because, like, I don't know. To me, ramekins are just fancy. Who don't like to be fancy? All right, so I do got my butter here. I'm supposed to do 5 tablespoons, so that's this much. So I need a knife. My hands are clean. I'm working with clean hands here. So 5 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna melt that in the microwave for a sec. Yes. So fun fact, I will make cookies from scratch all day long. All day long. I'll make a cake from scratch all day long. Brownies, we don't get down like that. We don't even like each other like that. So for me to make a brownie from scratch, it's like, where, how, who, why? Who gonna do that? We don't like each other. I'm just saying. Almost there. So this is a lot for me. Ignore my attire. I am not dressed. I am lounging around the house dressed because, again, I got things to do. All right, so we are starting with our 5 tablespoons of butter. And we are putting that in our bowl. Ah! Okay, it's ghetto cooking with Aislyn. Ow. So butter in a bowl. I'm gonna leave that to the side because I'm gonna need it again. And then we are putting in our sugar. So butter in the bowl and the sugar. And I've actually already, like I said, I already measured this out. So I'm gonna pop all that in here and then whisk it together. Like so. Uh-oh, see, I'm messing things up. So put it in here, I'm gonna whisk it together like so, like this. Y'all see that? Okay. And it's gonna form this hard little situation. I hate whisks. I don't know who came up with whisks. I understand the concept. I hate them. I just feel like they're messy. And they, like, everything gets stuck in here. And it's not cute. To me, I don't like them. But that's just me, honey. That's just me. All right. So now that's whisked. It should look something like this. Can you see? Something like that. Going in with my eggs next. Yes, they are in a little container. And I'm going to do 2 eggs and 1 egg yolk only. And this, it's supposed to be well combined, right? But this sucker is literally in a ball in here. Like, how is that going to come out? I do not understand whisks. And I don't understand why. I shouldn't have listened to them. I should have just used a spoon. Like, literally, how is this going to come out? Again, this is why we use clean hands, because I'm probably going to have to use my hands to get this out. And that ain't cute. That really ain't cute. So if your hands are dirty and you're trying to do this, you're nasty. Now your brownies are nasty and they're dirty. They're dirty, nasty brownies. Speaking of dirty, nasty, has anybody checked on Tiffany Haddish? Is she all right? Okay, so it's 2 full eggs. Okay, boop, bop, bagop, that's 1. Look, there's always that little scraggle ladder. That's 2. Please don't get no shells in your stuff. I don't have a good, like, suggestion or remedy for you guys for, like, oh, shoot. For how to, drain the yolk, okay? I really don't. Like, that was almost a disaster. Teaspoon of vanilla. So we got some vanilla extract here. I don't know why, but it makes me feel better to shake it. I love vanilla. You can't go wrong with vanilla extract. You just can't. All right, once that's all in there, you go in with this raggedy whisk and then you just whisk it until it's lumpless. That like cake batter, right? Pancake batter can have lumps, cake batter can't. So you're gonna whisk it until it is lump-free, honey. All right, so it should look kind of like cake batter. That's the best way I can describe it. Like, it should look like yellow cake batter because it's yellow because of the egg yolk. But you just want to get all of that lumps out, get them lumps out, get them lumps out. How many of y'all really cook and bake like this? Are there any bakers watching? Like, is there an easier way for me to do this? And do not say get boxed. Okay, honestly, I probably will. I'm doing this for y'all. I'm doing this for the vlog. I'm doing it for Vlogmas, but like any other time, I probably would not do this from scratch unless it was like for a special occasion or a party or something. All right, so that looks good. So it should, yeah, so it should be like running like that. It should look something like this. Yep. So well combined, no lumps. 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and add that in. Please don't overdo it with your oil, 1/3 cup. If it say 1/3 of a cup, that's all we get, okay? Because one time my friend made brownies and she put too much oil in there. And the brownies were good, right? But I was on the toilet immediately after eating them. And me, being the person I am, listen, I'm the type of girl trying to make a bad thing work. I kept trying to eat them brownies knowing good and well. Knowing good and well, honey. Don't be like me. Now I need cocoa powder. I'm looking at the cocoa powder. The cocoa powder is like, hello? Hey, sweetie. All right, so 3/4 a cup, which would be, I don't know. It's none of these. These are little. 3/4 cup. Got it. All right, so we're doing 3/4 a cup of cocoa powder. Okay, ooh, that's too much. All right. Come on, ghetto cooking with Aislyn. Ew. All right, 3/4. Jeez. Powder in my throat. Look, isn't this cute? Let it snow, let it snow. And then we're gonna get a much better combination here with the spatula. So you're just gonna go in, you're gonna switch from the whisk, thank God, to the spatula for this part. And you're just gonna combine it pretty good. Once we give this a good little mix, again, trying to avoid them little lumpy dumpies, and then also trying to get it all off the side, because you know, like when you're working with powder and stuff, like it just clings to the side. So we're gonna get that together real good, and then once we give it a good old mix, good old combination mix. To be honest, I'm making this up as I go. I'm just kind of going off of what I see in this video. But once we give this a good combination mix, you're gonna go in with your flour. So there's flour, cornstarch, baking soda, and salt in here. I've already put those ingredients in this bag. So I'm just gonna dump that in. Okay, it's like, come out, Lazarus. This is so fun. All right, so you give that a good little mixy. And once it's almost combined, I love that for me, flour everywhere. Oh my God, flour is one of my least, and you know, like you need flour for a lot of things. And like, it never fails. It doesn't matter if it's almond flour, coconut flour, like tapioca flour. I don't know if that's a thing, but I was thinking of chickpea flour is what I was actually thinking of. You know, it doesn't matter. Flour is just messy and it's annoying and it gets everywhere. So I actually hate cooking with flour. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I hate it. Obviously, you need it for a lot of things, but that does not stop my hatred of flour. Because it's like, why are you all over the place? Pick a side. Who do you want to be with today? Okay? Who you want to be today? Pick a side. All right, so we're giving that a good old whisk-a-wask. And I'm just going to get this off my hands because I don't like it. Right before it's combined, I'm going to add in chocolate chips. Let me give it another good old, because it's really, the cocoa, I almost say Cocoa Puffs by, all right, we're going to add in our chocolate chips. All right, so, yikes. Okay. Just a mess all over the place. Again, hate this for me. 3/4 cup chocolate chips. Once that's in there, good. Now remember, you're putting the chocolate chips right before everything is all combined. So there shall be a few lumps left when you put the chocolate chips in. So you pop them in there and then just give it a good old whisk. You just want to make sure it's all combined. So we're looking for no lumps, no flour sticking to the side, like everything is well combined. So you don't have any little powdery, like cocoa powder is not sweet. Like what makes brownies sweet is adding the sugar and the butter and stuff. So like in the chocolate chips. So what you don't want is to bite into your brownie and there was like a dry part of cocoa butter, because then you're gonna be like, it's like caco. Caco, remember everybody was keto and they were eating like caco instead of, it's chocolate, but you know what I'm saying? Like instead of like the sweetened chocolate, it was like that 80% dark and it was so bitter and people were like, oh, this is so good and healthy too. No, Heffa, it might be healthy, but it ain't good. That's what it's gonna taste like. So make sure it's well combined. It's gonna look a little something like this. And then once that's ready, you're gonna grease your pan and pop it in your pan, and you're gonna bake it for, I believe, 45 minutes. 40 minutes, yep. So, grease your pan, pop it in your pan, bake for 40 minutes. We gonna see how this turns out, because I'm like, I thought I needed 2 pans, I might only need 1. So I'm gonna be back to y'all when I get ready to pop this in the oven. All right, so the brownies are in the oven, so now we're gonna work on our chocolate frosting. So first we're starting with 1 cup of unsalted butter at room temperature, and that should equal 2 sticks of butter. I'm not sure. Yeah, half a cup. Yep, so 2 sticks of butter. I don't know why people don't just say that. 1 cup. You gotta do all the work. So 2 sticks of butter. Again, clean hands, please. Into your mixer. I'm so excited. I actually never get to use this mixer. And I don't think it's by choice. Well, no, it is by choice. What am I saying? It is by choice. Because, child, I don't like the mess of baking. Like, I can do it. I just don't like the mess. So 2 sticks of butter at room temperature in yo, whatchamacallit, mixer. All right, pop it in yo mixer, and then you're gonna give it a little mix. All right, sorry, I should have said this before we got started, but essentially you wanna whip the butter. So pop it in your mixer, give it a little whip. Okay, so that's why it's supposed to be room temperature, because you want to be able to whip it a little bit better. Do half a cup of cocoa powder. This is half a cup, right? Yeah. So half a cup of cocoa powder. Use your measuring spoons, okay? Eyeball all you want, okay? But you ain't that gifted. Mess around and have some funky icing. Now everybody looking at you like, what is this? All right, so half a cup of cocoa powder. I really did not need to buy this extra thing of cocoa powder. I should have listened. Child, I'd be getting nervous. All right. 3 cups of powdered sugar. Again, I already have it in here with the salt. Now, the professionals kind of steep it in little by little. I'm not a professional, and neither is the person doing this video, so you're supposed to use 3 tablespoons of milk. She did use whole milk in this video. However, we have a lactose sensitivity in this group. So I'm using oat milk. Now listen, if thickness is what you're worried about, I am here to tell you, oat milk actually gets pretty thick, just like regular milk. If you're super, super worried about it, they do make oat milk by the thickness. Those are a little bit more expensive, but they do make them by the thickness. So they have thick, they have extra thick, extra creamy. So like if you were making Alfredo or you needed something, your oat milk to be a little bit thicker for a recipe or something, you have options. So don't be afraid of oat milk. But I'm gonna put 3 tablespoons of milk. So that's 1, 2, 3. All right, so 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. We love vanilla. Oh, child, that says teaspoons, and recipe would have been jacked up. Hold, please. Teaspoons, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So we got 1, 2. Okay, and then you put in a pinch of salt. So my pinch of salt was already in my mixture, so I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down. This mixer is so complicated. I'm gonna put it down, and then I'm gonna give it a mix. Right. So you give it a little mix till it looks like frosting. Now, me, I just don't like stuff to be touching. So I just go in with my spatula just to make sure that any stone that was unturned gets turned, okay? And this is a chocolate buttercream, okay? Now, most people are like, buttercream too sweet, buttercream too sweet. This actually, it don't look like it's gonna be too bad. But again, that's because I use like dark chocolate, but let me see. That's good. That's really good. That is really good. And there you go. So I'm gonna let this sit. My buttercream, I'm not gonna pick the whole thing up, but I'll show you. Right? So I'm gonna let my frosting go ahead and sit, and while my brownies are done, and then once my brownies cool, I'm gonna get my frosting and frost my brownies, and then we're gonna be done. Okay? This is taking a lot longer than I thought, but we killing it. Right, so my brownies are done. My frosting is ready, and I'm gonna go ahead and frost my brownies. So I'm just gonna take a little globby lobby, pop it on my brownies like so, like this, and then we're just gonna spread it. All right, so I'm gonna put it down and spread it because what I don't want is to have a mess on my hands. All right, so truthfully, I don't think I let my brownies cool long enough, but it is what it is. Because it is what it is. Everything gonna cool off eventually, and look, it's all gonna mix together and go on down the same way, is it not? Okay. Oh, look, all right. So just a little layer, and then I guess since I thought that they were cool, that's why I started frosting them. But I'll just put this first layer on, and then I'll just let it cool down and go back in with my second layer, I guess. Yeah, yep. So this is a lot harder to do when it's not all the way cool. I promise y'all, I thought it had cooled off. Like, I may not be like the smartest person in the room, but I'm like pretty smart, and I thought that it was all the way cool, but I guess, and it's not really guessing seeing the way this is melting, but I was wrong. I was wrong, and you know what? It's good to be able to admit when you're wrong, okay? And I admit that I was wrong, child. I admit it. So that's all right. We'll just go over the, oh, nope, too much. We're just gonna go on over. Oh, this is exciting though. Let me tell y'all firsthand, this buttercream, this chocolate buttercream I made, super good. Super good. That was a good recipe. Really good. Really, really good. So I'm excited to see how the brownies come out. But for your entertainment pleasure, that is it. That is the brownies, nice and frosted. Here, let me give you guys a better look at it. All right, so that is it. It is frosted. As you can see, it wasn't fully cooled, so it is melting a little bit. But it's okay because it's just gonna cool off. Yes, I am licking the frosting off the side. It's just gonna cool off, and then I'll be able to frost it better. So I'll just let it cool, but it looks delicious, and be on the lookout because I'm sure in the next video I will tell you guys about, I know you're tired of looking at this brownie, hold on. Yeah, so I'm sure in the next video you guys will see how good the brownies were, but I have high hopes. I am very optimistic. They look super good. The frosting was super, super, super good. Like, and I don't make frosting like that. That's like a once in a while thing for me. So good. Oh my God. So I can only imagine, okay, how good this is gonna be together, but I'm gonna let my brownies cool off a little bit more. I'll add a little bit more frosting just so it doesn't look so melty. And then we gonna be out this place, okay? I might, before I sign out, I might snip, cut, and take a little bite, but just in case I don't, make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe. Share this video with a friend. I don't know why I always say share twice, but share this video with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you know every time I post a new video. And I will see you guys for Vlogmas Day 4 tomorrow. Bye.